Pretty cool, huh? Happy New Year, Chinese or lunar otherwise. Today I am sharing my method of practice, particularly in fine-tuning the details. Been officially learning this kata for over a year. Had the chance to visit Japan to get some guidance and corrections too. Those who are wondering, this is from Arikiru Gunyu Kokusoku Yokohama Dojo. Today is to get the cutting waza details down. From the Gyaku Kesa draw to the 3 cuts of the kata. So the real challenge is to get the upward draw in a big arch and without compromising the smoothness with left leg forward. Drawing with left leg forward is contradictory to many styles, but this one is unique. Other styles tend to draw with their right leg forward. So the big arch comes out easier without compromising posture. But it changes the kata when step forward for the next cut. The last cut is also different than the 2. It felt off on the right elbow. Time to hyper-focus on it. Cutting effectively is still one of the hardest things to get right, especially when its trajectory are different from typical Aido big arch cuts. So my usual method is to remember its uniqueness, and then do very slowly as how the seniors does it. Of course, as a young practitioner, it's always important to copy what was officially passed down to us. Avoid self-ego by thinking this way is better, or this sensei does it this way. Just like a beginner chef will get grilled by the head chef if they try to put their own spin on a recipe without permission. It's important to learn the formula and understand it, especially within the context of the dojo. I admit over 6 years it's easy to fall into the trap and began putting my own spin to it. Back to fine-tuning, always repetition, but consciously be aware of how my body moves. Trust your instinct. Whenever something felt off, do it again and gradually adjust it. Here comes the kicker. I've just remembered there's an update to the kata. The step for the last cut has to be much bigger, almost up to 100 degrees angle change. Repetition and pacing, trying to get each mechanics right. Of course, it's not always perfect, so try again. Well, that's how it is, in order to move natural without thinking. Micro-adjust postures. Micro-adjusting the angles and body mechanics. Transitions for smooth structure. Some of you may think, why bother with such tiny details? It's unnatural and too structured. We'd freeze when facing unlimited variables. My answer to this is there are 2 sides to this coin. 1. Yes, it can be limiting when just practicing a single scenario thousands of times. That's why during practice, it's important to get it as perfect as possible. Secondly, when you do face variables, so even if we fumble, the basics can still keep us onto feet. Pretty sure there's a Bruce Lee quote somewhere. I am scared of one who practice a kick 1,000 times than those who practice thousands of kicks. At least in most sword schools, the basics connects with the more advanced wazas. I tend to retrace the basics of a sword draw and link it to the gyaku draw as well. Step, step, curve, then draw, following the momentum. Step, step, curve downwards, then draw. Transition to yokogiri, then yokogiri. Bait the opponent and sidestep kasagiri. Redo the last part of the kasagiri. Oops, forgot the big sidestep. Due to the update, adjustment needs to be made to the cut. Now the sidestep had the big turn towards the opponent blind spot, and so the blade angle suddenly changes to a bigger sweep. I hope this sharing is useful for you to implement in your journey. Of course, setting ourselves up in student mode constantly can be exhausting. In the end, I wholeheartedly encourage doing experimentations afterwards. Play around and experiment. You never know, an epiphany is just another session away. If you are fortunate enough to have a partner, try a controlled scenario and see if it feels right with them. To me, no training method is wrong until your sensei tells you otherwise. Thanks for keeping up with my rambling. If you are new here and enjoy my sharing, do say hi and sub. A like and a sub is more than just an algorithm thing. It shows me there are those on a similar journey too. Looks like that's my cue to make like Tom and cruise. Thanks. See you in the next one.